Cancer, last month was quite positive, seeing you investing in the future. You're still doing it. Yeah. That final card, the Eight of Pentacles, which is the outcome, is about future investment. It tends to be about investing in yourself, in training or learning, but nevertheless it's still investing in the future, isn't it? And the overall energy for this month is the Emperor. That's you. Powerful, very powerful, strong, somebody that people look up to, maybe a tad conservative. Your previous energy was one of hanging around. Well, I suppose investing in the future is hanging around, isn't it? Because you have to wait for it. Current energy sort of follows on from that. I mean, you're determined. You're the sort of person who sees the job done, but also things are moving extremely slowly. So I can understand that completely. The future, we have the Devil card. Is this an unhealthy attachment? If so, what is it an unhealthy attachment to? This particular rendering, from this deck, I think is a very psychological devil. It's a devil about your own beliefs and feelings. And I do get the impression that's what it is. What would offset that is you getting a sense of direction, a sense of balance, a sense of pace as well, knowing where you're going and why, which has to be positive. I've missed out the Hermit, sorry. The energy that leads to the outcome is a very good energy, and that's the energy of the Hermit, going inside yourself looking for answers. But again, to a certain degree, you're offsetting doing things, aren't you? Unlike the Chariot, which is you acting. So the Hermit leads you to future investment, as I say, investment in yourself. But then the outcome is the Devil. Are you getting to grips with your shadow? Maybe you are, so I can't say it's bad. So you can either fill your life full of things to do, or you can go inside yourself deeply and uncover things that probably need resolving. That's my initial thoughts, but let's look at this in more detail. Cancer. Now, the overall energy is the Emperor, which is a wonderful energy to have. You're very strong, very powerful, somebody that people look up to. Possibly a little bit conservative, tried and tested ways of doing things. But nevertheless, the thing that I have to remember as I look at all the other energies is this is an energy of real power. And given that I believe that so much of this July reading is about getting to grips with your innermost secrets, your shadow, then you need that strength, you need that power. So I see this as a very, very useful energy to have here. Now, your past energy was one of hanging around. And of course, last month was all about investing in the future. So when you are investing in the future, you do have to hang around, don't you? You do have to wait. You have to wait and see things come to fruition. So I can completely understand this. And in fact, the last reading that I've just done for Aries, they were being told to slow things down. And Yeah, oh, maybe you also are being told that. Yeah, yeah. Hanging around is not a bad thing. Seeing what happens, investing in the future, but waiting to see the lie of the land. It's not a bad thing to be doing. Almost reiterating what I've just said, your current energy is the Knight of Pentacles. A very determined knight, a knight that does get the job done. So determined to see things through, determined to get the job done, but often moves so slowly that if you look at this rendering, it looks like it's an absolute standstill. And as I say, Aries was being encouraged to do this, to move very slowly, not to jump to conclusions. And you know, in a slightly different way, I think exactly the same thing is being told to you this month, Cancer. Slow things down, take your time. Now, in the future, we have the Devil energy. Recently, this hasn't been about unhealthy attachments. It's been about unhealthy, malevolent presences, malevolent people, I should say, more so, around you. But you look at this rendering, to my mind, it's deeply psychological, it's deeply internal. This is very much the devil within. This is your thoughts, this is your belief system, and it's your belief system that's holding you back. And it needs exploring. You need to resolve your shadow. And that's really what this entire reading is all about. So not rushing. You can fill your life with things to do and never confront your own shadow. But I think you're being asked to. Energy that leads to the outcome is the Hermit. So this is very much taking yourself outside of the world, going inside yourself and looking for answers. Now, if I'm right about an unresolved shadow, this will take an awful lot of introspection. Probably some pain. You'll probably go through a dark night of the soul. But it looks like it's something that not only is worth doing, but something that you have to do in order to resolve some issues and probably in order to move on. Many of us spend our entire lives living with these unresolved shadows, living with shadows buried deep within our subconscious, and we're not even aware of it because we immerse ourselves in the minutiae. And here's the warning not to do that. The Chariot, which is normally a very, very positive energy, it's an energy of balance, it's an energy of direction, it's an energy of pace, it's an energy of knowing where you're going and why and wanting to get there with a degree of urgency. And you're being told no, slow things down, explore the internal, explore this shadow. This isn't what the universe wants you to do. When I opened up this spread, I said, well, you're still investing for the future, 8 of Pentacles, but this is an investment in yourself, learning, training, something like that. But it also is an investment in exploring exploring your deepest psychology, exploring your subconscious, exploring your shadow and releasing it. And you do have to release it, you know. Once it starts coming out, there's a temptation to sort of shut it back in and bury it even deeper, and that is just storing up even more problems for the future. Have I got this right? Well, I've not been doing clarification much recently, but I think I'm going to on this. I'm seeking clarity on this Devil card. First card we get is the Nine of Wands, Wounded Warrior. Sense of victimhood. Next card we get is the Knight of Wands, Bold Brave, but rushes into the wrong things. And the final card we have is the Hanged Man. Hanging around, waiting to see the lie of the land. Well, you've been doing that. But what's the point of doing it if there's nothing productive in it? Yeah, this first card of clarity, Nine of Wands. It suggests to me that you've got a sense of victimhood, playing the wounded warrior. And that sends a message to the universe that you want to be a victim. Yeah, I told you it was deeply psychological, this devil. So this energy that you're projecting is an energy of victimhood. And undoubtedly, you've been a victim or you wouldn't project it. But you need to get to the bottom of that victimhood. Why do you feel that way? What is it? And it's going to take work. And to a certain degree, the reason why you've got this sense of victimhood and the reason why you feel the way you do is you rush into things. You've never really explored what this sense of victimhood is about. You've never really explored why you feel the victim. You've never really explored the darker aspects of your own subconscious and attempted to release them. And now is the time to release them. And I don't think I'm telling you anything you don't already know. You're already aware of this shadow. You're already aware of this sense of victimhood. You're already aware that you need to address it. But you've been procrastinating, haven't you? You've not been willing to take it on because it is difficult. It will be painful. As I say, you'll probably have a dark night of the soul. All sorts of things will happen which will be painful. It'll be hard work. But the universe is telling you now is the time to address it. Cancer, you procrastinate. You hang around when you know there's something needs doing and you don't take the bull by the horns. And, you know, you are beginning to address it. You're beginning to address it because now you're strong. Now you're capable of addressing it. And what we're talking about is your unresolved shadow. And by going inside yourself and trying to uncover this shadow, you will unlock it and you will ultimately resolve it. There is just a chance that you'll try and lock it back up, which is just putting trouble for the future. But no, I think you are going to unlock it. Maybe not this month, maybe into next month that this starts to happen even. And it's an investment in yourself. It's something that you need to do in order to really move on and really have a fulfilling life, this shadow needs to be released. What is this shadow? The shadow is the wounded warrior. You believe you've been a victim, you've got a sense of victimhood. But what that will lead to is you attracting other things that make you feel like a victim. So you'll keep attracting them unless you can resolve this. And I'm not telling you anything you don't already know, am I? You're aware of all these things, but the universe is saying now is the time to address it. It really is. And yeah, you need to go inside yourself and sort these things out. A part of this sort of victimhood and being a victim is that you do tend to rush into things. And that needs looking at it as well. But I think your ability to procrastinate is probably the most important. So once you've identified the shadow, it needs releasing. If you procrastinate, you'll lock it even deeper into your psychology. The other thing that you've been doing to procrastinate is filling your life full of things, believing that you have a sense of direction, believing that you have balance, keeping yourself busy so that you don't have to contemplate who you really are and what's really going on in your life.